Oh my God, my jaw's on the floor right now.
Every day I walk in here, I'm still like blown away. There's around 400 selections in half bottle. It's about 16,000 bottles, yeah, in the cellar.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Today we're at the French Laundry, one of the most iconic restaurants in the world.
To make things more interesting and more bespoke, we really rely on the half bottles, which is amazing. I mean, you can drink Grand Cru Burgundy, you can drink, Franz Xavier Pichler here, one of my favorite producers in Austria. Let me grab a ladder and I'll...
Oh my goodness. Oh
So
my God.
55 Krug vintage, Olivier Krug.
Do I see cigars?
You do see cigars. Asking them questions about what they like to drink can give you an idea of where you can take them. You have to rely on that relationship between food and wine to some degree and give them a little bit of what they like and maybe take them a little bit outside the box.
Yeah.
I think it's really about gaining their trust and try to make it as bespoke as possible for each table.
Well, today we're at the French Laundry, one of the most iconic restaurants in the world, with Andrew, the head sommelier here, and we're going to do a quick little cellar tour. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure. I love to show this off, Every day I walk in here, I'm still like blown away by what we have and what
How
we're
many
able
bottles?
to do here. It's about 16,000 bottles, in the cellar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and one of the most interesting and special features I think we have is this whole back wall is half bottle, dedicated to half bottles.
Wait, these are all half bottles?
All half bottles, yeah.
I know you have an amazing By the Glass program.
Yeah, the By the Glass program is really special, but to make things more interesting and more bespoke, we really rely on the half bottles. That's always been an emphasis of Chef Keller's, and it's really, over the 8 years I've been here, it's inspired me to get more and more producers involved in our half bottle program. So that's, we put a lot of effort and time and energy into the By the Glass program, but I would say tenfold for the
How many half
bottle
different
program.
varieties of half?
There's around 400 selections in half bottle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is amazing. I mean, you can drink Grand Cru Burgundy, you can drink, Franz Xavier Pichler here, one of my favorite producers in Austria. We have several vintages. This is the Ried Leubenberg 23 Riesling, but we've got Gruner, we've got Brundelmeyer from the Wachau, and some of the, you were talking about a little bit about our good friend Robin Lale. Well, they make Georgia in half bottle for us.
Really?
Which is really amazing.
Yeah, because it's a 100-point Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, and it's such a great story. I mean, the vineyard's right here on the corner next to the Napa Lodge, Totem Vineyard, and it holds a long history for that family, and Gustav Niebaum. So, she did the half bottles years ago, and then she stopped making them, and I told her, I said, we have to have these half bottles. We have to.
Yeah, I feel like you're resurrecting the half bottle era, which I do love a good half bottle. And especially for someone that likes to try different things, sometimes you just don't want a glass and you don't want a full bottle. So.
Yeah, or if you have 2, 3, or even 4 people that want to do a wine accompaniment and drink some things and not be limited to wines by the glass and not be pushed into bottles, it's an amazing way to enjoy wine with our menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the oldest bottles that you have in here?
The oldest bottles are going to be the fortifieds.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a few of them right here. And one of our favorite producers is de Oliveira's. And so we've got some 1899, we've got some 1901, 1904, several bottles from the early 1900s. And then
Wow.
This is a different producer, but this is a Cellar bottling. So it says 1820 on it. It's a little misleading.
It started from there.
Because it started in 1820, but there's wine in there from the 1820s, which is really cool. And we've got some...
It's over 200 years old. It's absolutely incredible.
Madeira is profound, for sure.
Yeah.
And it plays a really integral role here at the restaurant. There's a couple really great pairings, the most classic of which is the hen egg custard with Perigordine. It's a sauce of black truffle haché and Madeira and veal jus on top of this beautiful egg custard that's steamed in the shell. And Madeira it's an excellent way to enjoy that course. And it's also a surprise to the guests because you're only a couple courses in at that point, and then people are so thrown by having a fortified wine poured to them so early in the meal.
In the middle of the meal?
And I would say 95% of the time, it's a home run for people. Some people can't get over having a fortified wine that early on in the meal, but
no, there are so many misconceptions around fortified wines as well. And I know you have quite a Grand Burgundy collection.
Sure, yeah.
As well. Should we go in and should we talk about it?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, well, so you have all of your Northern Rhone styles here.
Yeah, these bottles, I mean, these Côte Rôties are really, really special and really rare, and a really amazing way for people to enjoy some of the best Syrah.
I love Côte Rôtie.
Oh yeah, especially this producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've
Fantastic view.
I've never seen it in person. The 45 Mouton Rothschild as well. I love the artwork on all of their.
They're amazing. Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, you can't go past a good Fourier.
Yeah, we love Fourier. We love Robert Chevions is a favorite producer.
Then we have to talk about the DRCs that we have.
Yeah, DRC, some fun, a little bit of Loire, which we also love when we can get our hands on the bottles. But
yeah, do you do direct?
No. These typically come from either a collection or Martins.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So what's some of the oldest bottles of DRC that you guys have here? And then you've got larger formats too.
Yeah, we go back to mid-90s with the DRC 96. This is a good example. 96 Grand Echezot, which I think is a properly drinking bottle.
I would definitely say it's a proper drinking bottle, and you can't go past a Roumier as well.
Yeah, somebody put a couple dents in the display last night, so I've got to refill that. We had a nice table that enjoyed five or six bottles of
Oh wow,
DRC last night.
Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall at some of the places here. Well, you have such an amazing collection. There is, in terms of the security here too, I know that there was like a robbery or something quite some time ago, right?
Yeah, 2014. This not in this cellar, a previous iteration of the French Laundry cellar
Fort Knox
was correct. Yeah, was burglarized on Christmas Day, and they knew what they were doing. They had hit several other restaurants in the Bay Area, and they took mostly Domaine de la Romanée-Conti and Screaming Eagle. There was a couple like 49 Cologne cigars and other things. They knew what they were looking for because all the bottles with the red foils were pulled out. So they were pretty much just ripping through, pulling out the red foils. They see the Screaming Eagle or the DRC, and they're putting it basically in a Rubbermaid tub. But we got the bottles back eventually.
Yeah, I heard what were they found in like Carolina or something?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. They were sold at auction, and then the person who purchased them, I was running the wine program at Bouchon in Beverly Hills, and everyone was really blasting the story, of what had happened. And so all that publicity led to the purchaser saying, oh, I think I might have those bottles. He reached out to the FBI, and we got sent you look at all the bottles of Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, there's a bottle serial number. Yeah. And when those bottles come to you through the distributor, they're logged. So we know which bottles are ours. Yeah. So we were able to verify that they were our bottles and
yeah, I feel like when some people post photos of like DRC and stuff, they then like will scratch out the number. Just so it can't be the counterfeits and for DRC's insane. But, oh my gosh, I'm loving the look of these half bottles too.
It's wild, right?
And you've got your Harlan Estates and
Harlan and even really kind of fun Burgundy producers with good age. 05.
I love them.
We've got some
Just
Ponceau.
Sort of a mini cellar,
Claude LaRoche. Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, it's sort of little like wall of exactly this.
Yeah, a little nice vertical of Montebello, which is Chef Keller's one of Chef Keller's favorite red wines.
Yes.
So we have a nice little vertical of that. Incredibly age-worthy.
In terms of the New World, what are some of your favorite regions?
I love Napa Cabernet. And I love the kind of dichotomy between the old guard, if you will, and the newer style. So I love things like Diamond Creek, Mayacamas, Dunn, Spring Mountain Vineyard, things like Brand and Adamus and Fade Man from Benoit
I want your list after this.
Yeah. I mean, it's really overwhelming actually because there's a sea of incredible Cabernet made here. Memento Mori is not new, but I think looked at as being kind of a new big player in the high end cab game. And
that's him.
That is Sam Kaplan.
Yeah, Sam Kaplan. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he does Vita Valiente and Van Gogh.
There's so many names too. I was like, I think it is Sam Kaplan.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, and then he and his wife have Maxim, which is so interesting because it's all Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc, and then he has this Pinot Noir Chardonnay project that is also just a home run. You know, we pour the Ulysses Valdez vineyard by the glass right now, but he's an incredibly skilled winemaker to be able to do all of those things and do them really, really well.
Yeah. People don't realize how close Napa and Sonoma are too, and they make totally different varietals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what would you say the kind of key differences if you're explaining it to someone who doesn't really know much about the California wine regions?
I would say the proximity to the coast is a huge, you know, the climate's different. I mean, we definitely get some cool air, which comes through the bay, the San Pablo Bay, but it's still very, very warm here. This is a warm climate, and it is in Sonoma too. But there's a more extreme diurnal shift, which is more conducive to those more delicate varietals. Yeah.
Well, should we keep wandering through? I know I'm conscious of your time. I love the half bottles.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's really a great experience, I think, that people have when they come here and they can drink Riesling from the 70s, or they can drink, 5 to 10 year old Harlan Estate out of half bottle.
Yeah, these, Mike.
Yeah, this is the fresh. I just bought these, so this is the kind of things that the really special things that we buy because we're here.
Yeah.
This guy Don used to work for Joseph Swan, and Joseph would pay him in wine sometimes to do stuff.
Yeah.
But he worked for Joe for a long time, but he would be partially paid in wine at times. And he reached out to me, said, I have these bottles. Would you like to have them for the wine list? And I've always been a fan of
twist my arm.
Older Joseph Swan. And here they are. Now we have, 3 liters and magnums of these things from 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. It's
over 40 years old. People, sometimes they see a number and they don't really quite
I know.
sit there and think about how old these wines actually are. And I love that you have such a unique collection of Napa, because we're obviously in the heart of it too.
And Sonoma, Yeah, we get the wine cellar is a progression, and we're kind of at the end of it here when we get to Bordeaux and then sweet wines.
And then these are all the just sort of keep going down here.
Yeah.
And then we get into our Italians.
These are really special bottles, and we always have.
Oh wow! Wait, how old is that?
Let me see if I can find.
I wonder what that one is there.
These are 67s.
Oh, what was this one here?
This is a 82.
Oh.
Yeah,
but treasure hunting. I love it.
So we buy, these things are fun. And here's a little 55 Borgogno, Giacomo Borgogno Reserva.
Amazing.
And we open these things up on a daily basis. I mean, it's really a special place to be.
I can't imagine the kind of wines that you've tried and opened.
Yeah, and the sommeliers that come to work here, it's such a great opportunity to taste these just incredible bottles from all over the world. And we do it on a nightly basis. It's really, really special.
Yeah, there are wines that people would go a whole lifetime just dreaming to try. Here's another 55. I never pass on the 55s. I had the 55.
Yeah, well, he does his birthday dinner here every year, so I have to have birth year wines to pour him. So
yeah. I mean, if I was him, I'd come here.
Yeah, the chef has to be happy.
Yeah. And oh wow, it's such a beautiful collection. Then you're moving more into your super Tuscans on both sides.
And then this just historically was not, but had to become Magnum storage. So let me grab a ladder and
I love that this is literally like a library. It's like, you're in the stacks. Anytime I hear someone say old champagne, I think they say old champagne. I'm like, I also
all champagne.
Oh my goodness.
So 55 Krug vintage, Olivier Krug.
Oh my God, my jaw's on the floor right now. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, he was here recently and I showed him, at the time we had 45, which was a crazy vintage in Champagne. The Nazis had left Champagne. It was a good vintage. And
I feel like it was a good vintage everywhere in France. It was kind of like a victory year.
Yeah. Freedom. Yeah, I've got some older Lanson, but I think the crown jewel of the older Champagne is the 55 Krug.
I mean, everyone that comes here, it's it's a once in a lifetime kind of experience. It's,
Yeah, everybody has the same opportunity to drink
yeah.
really special things. And
You're pairing all the different wines with food as well must be really fun.
yeah, it is fun because there's no set pairing. It's all custom.
Oh,
So,
really?
So, I'm going to work downstairs tonight. There's 10 tables down there. I'll probably have 7 different pairings going on, and everybody's drinking different wines.
That's another thing that I feel like a lot of people, they don't know how to even just talk to a somm
Yeah.
and explain what they're interested in. As a somm, what would you want someone to try and articulate so then you get the best knowledge to then go off and...
I think what I try to do is find out what somebody likes to drink. Asking them questions about what they like to drink can give you an idea of where you can take them, and I think you have to rely on that relationship between food and wine to some degree and give them a little bit of what they like and maybe take them a little bit outside the box.
Yeah.
And I think it's really about gaining their trust, gaining people's trust. And you have to do that quickly because the guests come in, they get champagne, the order gets taken, the food starts coming.
Yeah.
And in that time,
I can't imagine you're
we got to figure it all out. So
yeah.
I think
How many courses?
9 courses.
Yeah.
9 courses on the chef's tasting menu, and then we have the evolution menu, which is quite a bit more. But I think that really having a conversation with somebody and finding out what they like and gives you information, and it shows them that you're invested in their experience.
Yeah.
And the experience is tailored to them.
Yeah.
And try to make it as bespoke as possible for each table.
I could imagine it's tough, but what a fun job. Every night's different and it's you get to meet some incredible people. Can we duck around and see?
Yeah,
I
please,
see
yeah.
Do I see cigars?
You do see cigars.
I know this is more about going through the
No, cigars are part of the cellar. There's a
Yes.
humidor in the cellar, so.
Yeah, I'm so
More
50 years of Stag's Leap, Judgment of Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting what it did for Napa and how it put it on the map. But I think this third wave and the way it's communicated it's going to be quite different.
Yeah, I think that people are really excited about the 50th anniversary. We just did a Judgment of Paris dinner on Saturday, and it was incredible. We were fortunate enough to get,
The wines.
most of the reds, and including the Stag's Leap 73, which came straight out of their cellar. We got 4 bottles, and the wines were incredible. All the wines were incredible. Even the Bordeaux's that didn't do as well were fantastic. And we didn't,
Trying them with that age on it too.
Yeah, it was really fun to get with chef and figure out, okay, a younger Bordeaux or something from the 90s. We would pair with these things, but these wines are very different. So we're gonna maybe do them with lighter proteins or more earthy sauces, and it was really kind of fun to develop the menu with the chef or be a part of it. It's her menu, and that was a really fun collaborative experience.
That's amazing.
And then tasting the wines, and it was really nerve-wracking for me because you're not I'm not opening the bottles in advance, right? We get here, we set up day of, I stand the wines up 2 to 3 days in advance just to make sure that all the sediment is settled, and then you just start opening the bottles and pray for the best, and the bottles are 50 years old.
How were they?
So they were all fantastic. It was actually quite stunning.
Well, when they don't move too far from where they're originally bottled to and stored like they are here.
Yeah, it's that makes all the difference. It really does, and you can see the difference in the labels because a lot of the wines I had to buy from multiple places.
Yeah.
Collectors that I knew, or reaching out to the chateaus or friends that I have in Bordeaux to say, hey, can you get me these wines? And so some of the wines we maybe had 12 bottles that came from 3 different places, and the bottles that had been here since they were released in the US versus the bottles that had just come from France, you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really interesting they were all good wines, but they were not the same wines.
Yeah. Final question. So what are some of if you're open to talking to me about it, just some up and coming great producers here in the Napa that are really exciting?
I think there are producers, I'll talk about a couple up and coming, and I'll talk about a few that I think deserve more attention. there is Adamus, which is up on Howell Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they are organic biodynamic. It's owned by the Adams, and it's all volcanic, really volcanic, iron-rich volcanic soil. And they're so dedicated to tending to the land, and the wine is just really magnificent because of it. You can really taste it, and the wines are just spectacular. So they make three red wines and a Sauvignon Blanc, and they're really, really fantastic. So that's up on Howell Mountain. And then there's McDonald.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Which we love.
Which we love.
That's our Magnum. That's the Magnum. I mean, they're really, really generous with us. So I really think what Graham McDonald is doing there is really special, and his brother Alex, and the family history is spectacular.
Yeah.
And then there is kind of a newer project that I'm really excited about called Mowe, M-O-W-E.
Oh.
They make Cabernet Sauvignon that's made by Matt Sands.
Yeah.
Matt worked at Screaming Eagle. He works for Alejandro Bulgaroni. He's a spectacular winemaker. And then the Mayan Krzyzewski makes the Sauvignon Blanc.
No.
And those wines, I think, are going to be, they already are a big deal, but they're going to be a big deal, a really big deal. So we're happy to have full bottles and half bottles, and we get a special offering from them. But I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes in the future.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
yeah.
taking me through.
Absolutely.